Now, get about a couple seconds. And we'll get this shit going. I'll see you guys in the other one. Bye. Okay. Let's do this. Let's talk about this stuff because this is a really important thing. We need to talk about how to control your emotions and what kind of emotions that need to be controlled more than others. First off, anger and love. Anger and love are probably the most important emotions that we have. I'm going to start a game here. I might choose a different thing. I don't want to be them anymore. I don't know who to be. Crossbowman, infantry. These guys get... Fishing boats cost less. Defensive situation. Fire ships attack faster. %100% healing speed, that's fucking awesome. Damn, 50% less. Cavalry updates. Gunpowder will attack have 25% more damage. I'll try these guys out. They look pretty cool. Let me go ahead and do my skills on my other game I have right here. Yeah, we'll get this started in a little bit. Let me go ahead and just go full screen now. We're going to do the Just Talks part of it, and then I'll go through it as I'm playing. But how to control your emotions. This is the technique that I use for myself. How to control anger. What is anger? Anger is something that it alleviates the pressure of annoyance, which means when you're annoyed over something, your pressure gauge gets up. What do you mean by annoyed? Something that emotionalizes you in a negative way. So it depends on your mindset. So my mindset, I get annoyed. It's like most people do. Let's say over people doing stupid things. And these are the things that we have to promote more often because these promotions are pretty thin. Just like right now, I'm going to analyze you, Mike, because you definitely throw down some stuff to analyze. Your emotional overload was pretty high when I started bringing up politics. You say, I don't want to talk about politics, but you want to talk about politics. You didn't want me to talk about politics. Because I went against your narrative. Once it went against your narrative, you start saying, I don't want to talk about politics anymore. Wait a minute, what? We were talking about politics from both sides. Whatever both sides may be. And you wanted to not talk about it because you were getting persuaded by me. If you weren't getting persuaded by me, then you wouldn't care. We're talking about point. That's all the dude's emotions. To be upset is to go against. I went against the narrative, so you got upset. I started saying stuff. Do I like milkshakes? I like smoothies. I don't like milkshakes. I don't like ice cream too much. I love milk, but I just don't like ice cream. Yeah, I'm not a big ice cream person. It's kind of funny because I like milk a lot. But yeah, that's how it was when Mike was talking to me. He was getting overwhelmed with emotions. He said, "Do you have acne on my face?" I don't have acne. I got eczema. I got red tint on my face. I got dry spots in my head and that. And that's why he did what he did. That's why he reacted the way he did, is because he was thinking, well, he's going against my narrative, so I have to sit there and he did the friendly thing. He went on, he said, he backtracked a lot of things he stated because I was just proving him wrong. He stated, I'd rather have a guy with dementia instead of Trump. And I said, what? Why would you not want a smart businessman that's making the country more money than that and making the country worthwhile to live in more over a guy that literally does not know how to talk? He sniffs little children. And then you want to backtrack and say, well, I don't want to talk about politics. But you are talking about politics. I pretty much proved you wrong, and I'm just proving you wrong for the facts. The evidence is right there, and you don't want to take it and use it. That's your own damn fault. It's not persuading you. It's literally showing you what the proof is. It's out there. It's right in front of you. It'll make you think, too, because all it's going to do is create anger. He got angry. There's no doubt his emotions went high as fuck. That's the whole point. Your emotions get heightened because it goes against the narrative. And it's fine. It's going to happen. But when you have actual proof of things, then more or less likely your narrative is always going to be faulty. Because evidence equals to proof. Factual proof. And that's how I see life. I don't see life from black and white. I see life from gray. I don't care. But it is a learning curve. You're going to learn how to be free-minded eventually when you accept the real world for what it is. You can live in a bubble your whole entire life, which I did for a long time. I'm free and getting more freer. The only reason why I don't like Joe Biden, because he is a criminal, allegedly. He's a person that's been known racist on live TV. Talk about racial jungles and that, and people still voted for him because, wow. And this was when I was breaking out of my seam of becoming the person I am today. It started happening when the pandemic started happening. The first signs of the pandemic. I believed in all that shit. All of it. Not as much as political, but what the news stated. And then I found out the news was just basically a narrative to make money. One of the top 10 sins or 7 sins is greed in biblical sense. Greed has always been the one thing. Well, the pandemic itself was an issue. That was a narrative to make people believe that the Democratic side could overwhelm people with fear and be the saviors. They do that all the time. They're like, we're going to be the ones that are going to save you, so you vote for us. That's basically what they do. They don't use actual logical ways to persuade people. They use fear and mafia tactics. They use leverage, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, to persuade people that there's planets out there, which there hasn't been any proof of it besides drawings. And all this shit's starting to happen now because the Flat Earth Society's getting bigger now. Now they're really starting to push fucking really stupid shit. Like, Jupiter's turning blue, purple, and green now. We don't know why. What? If you look at the narratives and you see when people start to push towards the truth, their narrative gets broken. And then they have to push back. But the narrative of the truth is so strong, it's pushing back against their non-truth, and they get stuck in the predicament of losing everything. That's what's happening. They're losing everywhere. NASA's a fucking joke. It's not until about politicals. I'm a flat earther. There's no reason for us to be a globe at all. I see the truth right in front of me. I live on a hillside, and I literally see St. Louis City that's over 25 miles away. I see the arch and the whole entire fucking city. Shit's flat. You know what a global will say? It's not far enough away. But your science is saying that it is. So either you're fucking wrong or you're fucking wrong. You're just wrong then. What? It ain't my fault that you're wrong. You did it for yourself. You are literally making up shit to make people believe that you're right. But it's all made up. Everything's a theory. Theory of evolution. Theory of gravity. All those things are theories. They're not actual common sense things. They have no proof. Exactly my point. Look at what the word you say. Plane. Airplane. Airplane. Everything has to be flat for a plane to fly through the air. It's literally right in front of us, slapping us with their big old fucking greasy dicks. And literally people still don't see it. Because it's cool to have NASA. Okay, you know what's cool is? Let's go outside of Antarctica. I want to know what the fuck's out there. I want to know what's out there. Let's get this Arctic Circle fucking treaty and go fuck itself. Let's go explore out there. And watch. You'll see lands as far as I can see. Hundreds of thousands of miles of fucking shit. And you're going to start to see how big the plane of existence is. You're going to start seeing how the world actually is. That the sun is not a ball of fire. It's a spotlight of electrical. Positive electricals. That's why it's bright. That's why it's hot. That's why the moon is the opposite of it. That's why it's cold. At nighttime. When it's a full moon at night, it's colder at night. And I've done the test myself. I went out on a full moon, and when I went to new moon, the heat jumped up 10, 15 degrees. It's out there. We're feeling it. We just don't know it. Yeah. There's all kinds of files. NASA files, military files. See what you're saying, Mr. Glass? You're actually seeing how I see it when people don't want to see it. The proof's out there. It's right in front of us. I watched, Unexplained Files on Hulu or whatever before they start banning everything. And they said, yeah, NASA files. They said, yeah, that's one of them. Well, let's talk about it for hours. That's the whole point. This is the fixed state of emotions too, because if you don't know where you live at, how the fuck are you supposed to know who you are? That is the biggest fucking thing. No, I'm right there with you, brother. I got the Flat Earth Zodiac app from Dave Weiss. Dave Weiss is super fucking cool. And he's saying there's a lot of millionaire people in Hollywood and that they're about ready to break this shit open. They're about ready to wait until there's enough people so it doesn't fucking make people go to war and that to believe or to know what's going on. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day. Before I die, I want to know what's over Antarctic. I want to know. I want to be able to see it with my own eyes.
Wake up to reality.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the good news here is, as Christina mentioned in her report, Paul Pelosi is going to make a recovery, and that is good news. Everybody can agree upon that.
And that's what it is. People attack people. My own father was assuming that I was crazy in that. And I said, well, I'm just telling you it's fake because it makes no sense. Look how bright the moon is. This is the problem is with people now. Look how bright the moon is on a full moon. Can you land on that? From where you are standing right now, the moon almost blinds your eyes, right? Almost. Not technically all the way, but it's bright enough to we have to squint a little bit to be able to see it. As close you get, the brighter it gets. So we went next to it, we would die. You would die. There was a scientist back in the 60s and that talked about it when they talked about landing on the moon and that. And the scientist was like a bunch of scientists. It wasn't even just him. It was a whole bunch of them together talking about it. He said the moon's made out of plasma. We don't know what it is, but we know it's made out of something because it relates to cold light. It radiates cold light, and you can't land on it. It does not make sense. It's like, and they said, well, they're trying to land on the moon. It's like they can't. They're like, they will die. If you probably can't reach it anyway. Exactly the point. So, and that's what the problem is. Well, all of it is the Foundry mirror. So for what I've noticed for when I've been looking at the sun and moon, the sun and moon is just a projection. The projection sways based on who sees it. That's what projection is. Whenever you see it, it looks the way it looks from your point of view. So if you had two people sitting next to each other, say they're at a different angle, and you look at the moon's going to persuade on both angles. It's a projection from your eyes to the moon back at you. That's why when you look at stars, stars always look different from different perspectives. Because they're all mirror images. They're projections. They're projection of what you called, I'm going to make up some terminologies now because there's a lot more that I know than most people do know. So the Foundry is the wall between the waters of earth and up above, right? So like when they say Noah, God said, I will open the window of the Foundry to pour water in to flood the earth because of the stuff that was happening. And from above and below will water come. Well, the Foundry's from below, above, where's where water is. And you got the oceans. But how far does that boundary go? We don't know. Our eyes can only see from so many, from only so much perspective in that. Well, 2012 was just a Mayan signature. Yeah. Rubbing your face acne is a good thing. No, rubbing your face acne, unless you have benzoyl peroxide or whatever. Yeah, it's bad. It's not good. But yeah, so you look at the prophets, and I would have to say I'm a semi-prophet person because I definitely think outside the box. So if we know that there's waters up above and waters down below, what are these projections coming from? That's the question I want to ask as a researcher. Where are the sun and moon projections coming from? They're projections because they turn with our view, which means that they're not technically in our planes of existence. They're outside of it coming in through the foundry, which is a foundation going through and then appearing. That's why our view changes based upon where we're at on our planes. Exactly what it is. Is it a generator of some sort? Did the creator put something in place from heaven to project upon the planes of existence? And it's just a clockwork? Could we call it the universal clock? Place upon the planes of existence? There's multiple planes of existence. Well, when you look at from the perspective, the sun and moon are the same size of the planes of existence that needs it to be able to survive because it's all part of the same system. So if there is multiple systems out there beyond the Antarctic, then they're going to have their own personal clockwork of moon and sun because you need them to be able to have it work because it would all fall apart without it. You can tell me anything, man. That's the whole point of the channel, bud. What's going on? Because we're getting some really deep shit I'm sure you probably know of, but don't know a lot of. Because we're going to talk about some stuff that's very, very important to humanity, honestly. Because a lot of shit, like you said, life-changing stuff. You went to have and install angels? That's why you're talking to me, brother. I've been watched over ever since I was a child. By angels, I'm guessing, because I wouldn't be this way without the help of God himself, because I went down my road of being of the demon realm, you know, not like specifically, but emotionally. It's gotten bad, but the glimmer of hope and light has always been there with me. So yes, I do believe that people do see the things they need to see. And this is what's going to bring people together. And like I said, this is the whole point of my channel. The gaming thing is just something fun to do. But the whole point of the channel is to bring people in, to unite the fire of what needs to happen to change humanity, to change the world altogether. Because we are so fucking lost. We don't know what's up and down, right and left. We don't know anything because we don't see it because we're stupid. Well, my transformation of going through the cycles. When I was younger than that, I was born in the 90s, so I went through a lot of religious stuff in the 90s and that. I was a Lutheran, so I always went to church and that all the time, every Sunday for like years. And our pastor was a legitimate pastor. You know, he wasn't like critiquing people, so you have to do this. He says, follow these rules. The 10 Commandments make perfect sense. Thou shalt not kill, commit adultery, steal, stuff like that. And they're God's words passed down to us to follow because they make perfect sense. So you try to follow them to the best of your ability. No, the world's not gonna end. The world's at the world's at its beginning of glory. They chose you as king. What do they mean by king? Well, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by king? King of your own world? King of your own reality? I mean, that's what it says. Lewis says that's sad. I mean, the world's not going to end. The world's not going to end at all. Here's what the engagement is. Yeah, but you have to look at from the perspective of humanity. You're not a heavenly being. You're created from the Creator as to be immortal. So that means in different ways than what you might expect. So the biggest thing is about yeah, I think a lot of people go through the profit of knowing who they really are and that through these means. So when Lewis talks about the world's ending thing, to see it is to believe it. I don't see it coming. I see a new branch of life. So when you start seeing a change of events that's been happening since the last 20 or so years, you're starting to see that change right now. The pivot point of reality and non-reality is starting to breach. And people are starting to know what is really going on. The Matrix is starting to make more sense. Like I say, everyone's getting more red pill. Red pill is more reality. Blue pill's more brainwash. So, but being a spiritualist person, say like me, and I'm guessing you guys are too, you're starting to see the pivot of what's going on. Now, how you see it is different from others. You see the world's going to end. I see the world is changing. I said the old world that we used to be is ending. The new world is becoming. Whatever end there is a beginning. I don't know how many times God said that in the Bible. I don't know about that, Mr. Lath. That's a little bit too, that's more or less a dominating effect of your personality. I would never want people to bow down to me. That's pointless. Well, yeah, that's what it is. It was. So if you have multiple people in the same category, which we're in, we're obviously going to think we're going to be better than everybody else in some sense or another. I grew out of that shit because I don't care. I always talk about that. I'm going to be, that kind of thing. And I say I'd rather be a balanced person that wants everyone to love each other. No leader at all. Just perspective has to be the same. So if we all have the same perspective, we're all our own leaders. We can all help each other out to gain new knowledge, to be better people. And that's the hardest part. People don't want people with more power. That's why we all have to be balanced. You ever talk about it at work and that, and you say, well, I do a better job than you, what happens? People say, well, I do a better job than you. Or you say, it's like, we all do a good job when we work together. We all have our differences, but together we are good. That's what I would more or less say. Oh, no, I mean, it's whatever your perspective is. See, our personalities are based upon what we enjoy. And it could be based upon what happened to us in general. So if we have a lot of depression in that, we want to escape. We escape through video games, animation. I've done it. A lot of people done it. But the way I see life is, that stuff is kind of like a secondary thing. It's not the first thing I go to. I go to what is really out there. So I'm a very heavily spiritual person. And I've noticed things have been watching over me. It's a feeling. I've seen shadow people before, right in front of me. That's a story that I think I don't know if I told anybody that's new to the channel that, but I was walking, there's a bleep. There was like a split second that I saw a black shadow with a hat on. He was pure black. Couldn't see any other descriptions other than black and the little hat around his head for a brief moment. And that's when I start to realize, like, something is watching me and probably is watching people that are like me. Are we the ones to more or less lead the world? With the mindset, maybe so. But are we going to lead it for the good or for the bad? I mean, what is good and what is bad? You know, that's how everybody has to, look at it. I've seen entities watch over me, but I never seen anything too demonic. I hear gigantic footsteps in my room, like someone slamming down on my floor. I think it was the other Rome trying to reach out. Because, I'm having more control over myself. And I don't think the same way most people do. And hell, everyone likes popcorn. I would say it always had to do with perspective. It's all had to do with how you think of that stuff. Because everything's run by your personality net. So like when I was younger and that, yeah, I used to see my mind would project images of things and that. And more or less like in the dark, you normally project more images because you don't see what's there for real. Your mind goes through your eyes and tries to project what is there or not. I don't think there's going to be anything like that. I think hell is just a place where people go because they're just bad people. They don't see the light. They don't see positivity. They live their life in a very dark shadow. And it's kind of just dangerous to think that hell is good and the devil's good in that. Well, it's all about projection of yourself. So if you project that you want to be someone that people want to care about, a king is one of them, right? So I had my own little personal things in that. Yeah. When it comes down to certain things that happened in my life and that, I was in the pivotal point of suicide for a lot of years. I used to fucking hate myself. What they say, if you could dig down to your emotional hell to where you're in the complete utter despair of breaking and killing yourself, that is exactly what the devil wants you to do. But when you can get out of it and crawl towards the light, you become what you call enlightened. You become more positive, you're more happy, you see life for what it is. That's exactly the road that I'm going through right now. I'm enlightened, I see the light, I see what the world really is. nothing can break my perspective because I know where I stand at now for the most part. And I'm going to grow that to be better. Well, I mean, you gotta think of like the tally system, how people tally what they do in that. And if there is a creator up there and someone's saying, okay, we got sins, and they have guardians of the sins, because you got the seven deadly sins or whatever, and you say they establish each angel to guard those sins to say how much sin has humanity made. Well, they put it on a checklist from 1 to 10, so to speak. And then you start to see, okay, someone stole some shot, we shouldn't be stealing. What kind of sin is that? Is it for gluttony? Is it for greed? Is it for stuff like that? And then they tally it up and they say, okay, that person has sinned so much. How much have they relieved themselves to learn not to do it? Once that person learns not to do those sins as much, they start realizing that they're bad. They get less tarnish from that sin. And then you really start to see it, how the system actually works. And that's my prophet view of it. I mean, when you talk about the church and that, all the churches, the Vatican is completely Satanized. They're not real believers. That's all far-fetched. That's all Satanism. It completely. Yeah, the Vatican is all a bunch of Satanists. At least the higher-ups are. Well, Mr. Glass, when you're looking at it from your perspective, that's what I'm saying. It's all about the personality of someone. What does it mean to be crowned? A crown is a leader, so to speak. A king is a leader, someone that everybody cares about, someone that everyone gives attention to. What is missing out of your life that you want? Do you not get enough attention? Do people not love you enough? Do you not get people that listen to you? Do you not get people? That's how I was. And that's what the crown initially means. You get all the attention. You are the attentioner. And you get everything. And that's how I would assume the crown in your mind might be. Because they give you direct answers is not the whole point of your vision. Because direct answers, which means they're cheating. God, I've never seen any of my, prophet, ways of talking. It has been direct answers. It's been more or less, I give you a pinch, you figure it out. Because, like I said, it might be right on both more ends than one, but still a person's perspective, which is our free will to project what that might be. And that's all it normally is, most likely. Never want to kill myself. Always other people. Well, it's like, I don't want to kill anyone. I don't even kill bugs outside. I only kill them inside. No, I'm not saying it's fake. Because it's basically the out-of-body experience, which I had before myself, for a brief moment. It's, like I said, it's all through with what you see how life is for yourself. So if they're saying that it's real, but how the context behind it might be different than what they're telling you, because to say you're going to be the king of what? That's what I'm saying. That's what you have to figure out for yourself. To establish something is to say, well, 100% that's how you're going to be. You're going to be king of the world. But then they did not say that to you. They said you're going to be crowned. Crown of what? That's the question you have to answer for yourself. That's how it is. You're not given free answers. Well, I mean, possession is really weird though. Like I had I was paralyzed sleeping. What's it called? I forget whatever the word is. And I was paralyzed, and my eyes were open, and my body was paralyzed. And I heard a gigantic footstep. I mean, the fucker was loud. Like, it was very noticeable. Was it from the other planes? I mean, obviously, could be. You know, so that's just little experience that I have. I don't want to. So, I mean, King of the Astral Realms? I was saying, you're looking at. So you have to look at what a king is. To give a human power of something that much is kind of far-fetched to me, because it doesn't make 100% sense to give a mortal being power of something that's controlled by a non-mortal being. Someone that's everlasting and more or less immortal. Oh. No, ain't nothing I said. I don't believe you. See, once again, you're not seeing from an open perspective. You're just seeing what you saw, and you're not thinking about what it actually means. I'm trying to tell you what's a possibility of this being what you think it is or not. You're thinking, king, I rule over the land. I think of king, okay, what is it that you're missing in your life that wants you to rule over stuff? Like I said, attention's one of them. When people don't have a lot of attention to themselves, they tend, I did it myself. So what you're saying is true, but the context behind it, you don't know all the way. Because I've been down the road myself. And a lot of it had to do because I wasn't getting enough attention. I wasn't getting enough people to listen to me, like I said before, and that people would see me and be like, what are you saying? You say some weird ass shit. And that's what persuaded me to get attention from other things. And other things could be my own personality and that. I have no friends other than people I talk to online because there's a lot of people like me out there. And that's how, you might see life. Because our reality, if it's in spirit realm or not, is based upon how we think our life is, how we feel in life. So if you feel like you say you don't get enough love, or you feel like no one listens to you, whatever it is, you project that outwards into whatever realm that you might be in. Yeah. That's the whole point of it. It's all. That's why I kept saying it's all about your perspective, how your life is. I was depressed, suicidal for many years. I grew out of it, and now I'm happy and positive. So what the lesser the evil that it is, the more or less good you become when you fight against the demons and evil. That's why people rise out of their so-called emotional graves and they don't feel much of the bad emotions anymore. I mean, when people judge me in that, more or less likely I don't care. I just look at them like, okay, whatever. Or if people, something negative might happen to me, I look at from, whatever, I don't care. It already happened. People dwell on their past more than their present, and they get lost in the future. So I know people that literally live in their past. They'll talk about shit that happened 10 years ago. Well, why are you talking about that? Because it happened. But it doesn't matter because it already happened. And that's what it is with a lot of people. A lot of people do not see it from that perspective. The past is the past. It's dead. Learn from it. But people that rely on the past, they literally never learn from it, so they never grow in the future. So I used to be the past hungry person. I'd be like, well, you did this 3 years ago. Try to compare people. I don't compare anymore. I just say my truth. And if people want to hear it, that's fine. If it makes sense to them, then they'll project their thoughts on it. That's how we have conversations. Yeah. So we all learn from each other. That's the whole point of communication. That's why I brought up the whole politics thing, to see where my subbers are and to see how persuasive they might be and how their life is. And then use my expertise of research of emotional development to try to be like, hey, look at it from this perspective. You don't need to follow what I say. Just think about it differently. Think. Use your brain. Turn the fucker on. Think. Open your mind up to reality. You might be very, 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 noticeable eventually. You'd be like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, wow, I learned that. It's going to be astounding. If we all can open our minds up, we could become stronger human beings. Who knows? Maybe we can join the realm of the gods. I don't know. No one ever try to reach it too much. So we'll get there. So we have to keep on pushing. That's why we have to keep on accepting new things. So the biggest thing is about emotions. This is where the trick comes in. Does anyone know where emotions regulate from? We have a soul, right? Our soul is based upon, what God created for us or what the Creator created for us or whatever it might be. Our souls are the regulator. They're like the spotlight, our sun, and our bodies that regulate emotions. You take out the soul, you have a husk. You have nothing but instincts. You don't feel much besides the really aggressive feelings like reproduction or, anger. But we feel all kinds of things, But do you know that your soul can be tarnished by how you feel? And how you feel and how you think makes you all around see that reality. You call it soul projection. So how we feel makes us see. So if you feel negative, you see reality in a negative way, you're more or less likely to be angry, you're more or less likely to hate people, you're more or less likely to kill someone, you're more or less likely to get in trouble with negative things. But when you look at from the positive perspective of the soul, when you actually have a positive thought pattern, your soul projects out positive. People feel a positive presence. You can feel dark presence or light presence. I feel them all the time. Especially on people who are on a lot of drugs. If you're on a lot of drugs, they're trying to hide their negative vibe, but it's still there. The soul's still projecting out negative vibes. And that's what people have to, once you learn how it works, you learn I'd rather be positive than negative, right? People don't understand that because no one teaches it. They never will teach it because most people don't know it. The ones that do know are the ones that get banished and say you're crazy. Well, it works because I've changed. I've changed dramatically because of how I know this stuff and why I do the things I do. And that's always been the problem. Like I said, how we think and feel is what is projected through our eyes and how we see things. Or even hear things. It can change your taste too. Because your feelings are literally everything. And talk about ghosts and that. Well, if you look at ghosts, they're electrical phenomena. Are they actual people? Well, we're electrical creatures. Our soul is a bound of electrical, substance. And there's a way to project it to be able to notice things around you. So that's why we have a vibe, or you call it an aura, around us. So if you get close in contact with something that has electrical charge, more or less likely you feel it. Which is the truth. If you ever get close to something like a TV screen, you rub your hand on it, you're feeling the static. That's the charge from the TV screen attaching to your charge, and you can feel the charge. That's how you feel that kind of static thing. Feeling your skin out. That's projecting light, which is projecting electrical charge. Well, sex is just a reproductive thing. It's supposed to feel good. That's what pushes us to reproduce. If sex felt bad, we'd all be dead. That's why sex is the most promoted thing to have. It's better than drugs. Jacking off and busting a fat nut feels fucking astounding. Thinking about a hot girl you want to put your dick in. That's basically how it is with sex. You're inside someone's aura. Well, no, it's the aura is the vibe of the electrical pulse around you. That's the feelings of you. So when you try to get close to someone that's the same wavelength as you, you attach better. You'll start to have a conversation like right now. Our wavelengths are connecting. And we're starting to see how we work. It doesn't matter where you are. So if the planes of the earth are electrical, we all pulsate with electric. There's a little ether around us. It all connects to everybody. This is how you get connective consciousness. We all are connected. Doesn't matter how far away you are. Electric is light. It's literally done. You already feel it. That's what feelings are. You feel stuff immediately. As soon as it happens, it doesn't even take a fraction of a second. You're feeling it. So like when you're on the same wavelengths with someone, and you instantly will attach to that. If it's negative or positive, it doesn't matter which one it is. Just like Mike, for instance. Mike came on, he started talking about negative stuff about Republicans and Democrats. I immediately felt his vibe, and his vibe was, really, it was rather negative. Not saying he's a bad person, but that subject made him negative. And he was trying to persuade me to think that I'm not who I am. I was like, number one, that's what the problem is. I am who I am because of what I went through. You can't persuade me to think of that you're a different person. That is exactly what they're trying to do. The media is trying to persuade you you aren't who you are. Be this. This is better. But the thing is, it's not better. It's demon-like to follow something that is literally the act of the devil for some people. I don't care about both these sides and that. When it comes down to what's happening in our world and that, just like Lewis said, elites are garbage. You got these executives, these people that have trillions of dollars, hundreds of trillions of dollars. They're the ones puppeteering all these political realms. And as people start to wake up, to start seeing the reality that they're in, the elitism they're starting to see, losing control, we're going to have to pull towards that light a little bit because we're losing it. And what God specifically stated, and it's been passed down for generations and thousands of years, or whatever it might be. When people start to wake up and start to see my creation, then that's when I will come down and to see my beautiful creation and to be able to, do his job as the creator. It's up for us to see the creation for that he will come down and alleviate whatever needs to be happening. That he ain't going to pull another Noah because he sees there is great people out here. He sees that there's a persuasive amount of people confused, but they see it. They see a push, a shove. A person, say like me or you guys, to push them a little bit. Say, hey, look at this, look at that. Love yourself, believe in yourself. Don't be like the Kim Kardashians. Don't be like these fucking people in Hollywood. They're all, most likely, the ones that are talking are horrible people. There's a lot of good people in Hollywood. They can't talk because they lose their jobs. That's why you start seeing Twitter, people attacking Twitter now. Elon Musk is making Twitter free. Because they can't have it their devilish ways. That's basically what they are trying to do. Their beliefs are literally demonizing people and want to kill people. That's the act of the devil. We never want to kill people. I don't want to kill anyone. I want you to be happy and see the light. Because we're all created to choose our sides. But we're positive creatures. We're supposed to be positive. That's why if we aren't positive, we get guiltiness, we get sadness, we get negative emotions. Well, that's what it is. That's the one thing I was trying to explain to Mike. Mike was on a little while ago. I don't know, Mike. Anyway, the last stream, some guy came on named Mike. And we were talking about that. And I was just like, I don't care who it is. I'm neither or. I just want to vote for the person or for the person that does good for the country. And he stated, you can't be neither or. You have to be one or the other. And I said, that's complete bullshit because that's basically what I'm saying. You are blindsided by a certain belief, and that's why we have problems in our world because you think it's side taken. No, it's not. There's a lot of people out there that are not even political at all. They work just like everybody else. Like, I don't give a shit. I have to work. I have to make money to survive, and that's all I care about. I always have to see the loving light. Well, you're at the right channel, man. We're going to go through this. I've seen the light. I've seen a lot. I've been down my dark road before, and I'll never go down it again. I do not look the same. I don't look at reality the same way as I do, or as I did before. I look at reality for what I see and not for what I believe in it. Like, I'll watch movies and that and just have fun with shit and that. But people go fucking crazy with this. They always want to, like, holy shit, people are freaking. Yeah, that's just taxes. Once you get rid of taxes, they ain't gonna have any of that shit. I mean, a lot of it has to do with. So the elitism's got us by certain things. The marketplace. Advertising in the marketplace shows people what they need to spend their money on. And like the marketplace is the most poisonous place ever. People are so marketized about stuff. So like I buy stuff that I want to use to make my life easier, make it a little more interesting than that. Like I got Bowflex weights. I got them down here. And these Bowflex weights is what I like to do. I like to lift weights. I get a Bowflex bike, say, in the next like 3 or 4 days. And that's how it works with the marketplace. When you do it for your own well-being to be better, then it's fine. But people buy way too much shit just for the style, just for the upbringing. And like what you guys are talking about, like the lifestyle of living. Well, back then, before technology hit, back in the 1800s and that, the 1889s or 1890s, before the 19th century or whatever it is, that's exactly where the shit started to happen. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is when you look at from the perspectives of like the 1930s or whatever that you guys are talking about. Well, 1920s sucked. That's when the Great Depression started happening. I wouldn't think 1920s. I would say probably like the 40s and 50s and that. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So the survival of people is always based upon simple factors. Water, food for energy, glycogen, proteins for aminos so you can grow in that, your vitamins so you can stay alert and heal faster and be healthy. Well, then you get to the other stuff. That entertainment is one of them you need to have. You need to have entertainment because your mind will, unless you like reading books and that, which is still entertainment, you need some form of entertainment. And then when it comes down to marketing is a way of entertaining them. People that are clothes obsessed, item obsessed, collectors, they spend so much money on stuff like that because the emotional need of it's so high. I buy something, as soon as you buy it, you feel good that you bought it. But when you're broke and you buy something, you feel good, but more or less likely after a while, you start to feel bad because you just say, I don't have any money for food. So once you go through the chain of events of survival and then you get something, more or less likely you're going to feel more happy. Well, chasing money is different from being broke. Broke is using too much money because of emotional needs or why not? That's my thing I'm going at right now. And so, like, that's why I like a lot of people that create YouTube channels and that to express themselves and that. Because you're not making money off of the normal people. You're making money off the billionaires. You're making money off of YouTube. And we have to use the technology that they given to us to steal our money to make money. Stuff like that. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh. I agree with you a little bit, but the projection of life is based upon what I believe it is about prolonging the generation to make the other generation better. He keeps buffering. I mean, I'm not freezing up at all. It does that sometimes. Let's go to this. Oh, thanks for the sub over subbed. Let's go to this. No, it's not buffering on my side. Oh, thanks for the sub over subbed. Yeah, it does that sometimes. YouTube doesn't want me talking about this shit, so they try to fuck with my thing. Well, the thing is, we haven't had anything that's really been a big builder that everyone can get together to be able to make. So during the the early 1900s and that, from 20s to 30s and that, everyone was reindustrializing the United States or the world. So everyone all had a vision to complete. Money was scarce because of the Great Depression. That, but once you broke out of it, everyone started making money for quite a few years before the war started happening. That, and even after the war started happening, everyone was having money. But what the pivot point was the 90s. The 90s was the pivot point that you start to see things start to get a little rocky. People are making money in that, but technology started to take over more. You had internet. Internet is the biggest positive, negative thing in the world. And you got, the beginning of the 2000 age when internet really started to get better in that. And then you got 2000s on, like the decade on. But before that, after I graduated high school in 2008, life started to be more technology. People stopped thinking and start relying on the technology to tell them what to think. And this is where you start having Google or Yahoo, Google, and YouTube in 2006. All these media things started happening then, and then you start seeing how persuasive people are to change. And you start seeing how the world was through the eyes of the people, most likely. Internet was created by the military for connection things, to send data from one place to another, basically. It came down with computers, honestly. And then they start to understand that, and then that's how they projected on to the normal people of society. That it's just a way to transfer data, code, for instance. Yeah, it was just a way to connect with people, and that's how you got telephones. That telephones led to the internet, just like the electric wires led to power up houses and that. Yeah. Oh, the buffering? Yeah, that just depends on... Sometimes it buffs on some people's ends. It buffs on my end, too, when I'm watching on my own YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, that's just kind of how it is in that. So we look at history now. This all led to this. Real, true cell phones. I mean, yeah. Smartphones are 100% tracked. But I don't care if people track me in that because it doesn't matter what they do. Because Google steals everybody's data anyway and sells it. It's technology kind of put us in a really weird perspective to not be spiritualists. So back then we were more spiritualists. We believed and know things more. Internet was the pivot point to persuade people to know less about where they're at and more about propaganda. And sometimes it made it to where people actually have the knowledge because other people would talk about it. It's kind of like a negative, positive thing. Win or lose thing. So cell phones themselves. So you have cell phones and internet. You combine those two, you get all kinds of stupid shit. And you get all kinds of good stuff too because you always get more money. It's easier to make money by viewing yourself and having ad revenue from that. That's why YouTube's so great or all the other platforms are so great. and that's why we are where we are. But it's going to balance out because of people like us. We're freedom fighters. We look at the truth for what it really is. So then we start to pull in and use the technology that they made against them. And that's why we're having a meme war. We're having information war. We're winning awfully a lot. The first video game was Atari. Actually, no, it wasn't. First video game was electronic radar equipment, playing Pong, or electronic, ping pong. Well, that's what I'm saying is we can always use the technology to fight against people. Because anything that says that has a Wikipedia thing below it is because that person's telling the truth. So if you look up Flat Earth, you'll never see anything about Flat Earth. If you look up Dave Weiss on YouTube, more or less like you'll see some of his stuff in that. Dave Weiss is a Flat Earth Dave. And you always see Wikipedia always says Flat Earth is this and this and this. Hasn't been proven. It's been proven to be a globe. But it hasn't been proven to be a globe because it's all far-fetched. But the rabbit hole is really fucking deep. I've listened to some of these people and it's all goes back to Rockefellers, Rothschilds. These are all the people that conducted the world in the way they are. Well, Wikipedia is made by retards. Wikipedia is the most false site I've ever seen. Anyone can go on Wikipedia and go and type in my dick's 15 inches long and then we'll describe the average. That's basically what Wikipedia is there for. It's for idiots to put shit on there. It's so stupid. Well, the tracking thing is just what they're trying to do is just be nosy. And all this has to go down to we have been giving God's, rights to be free-minded, to think on our own, to do the things that we choose to do. We will never be controlled by the system. People get brainwashed to think they're controlled. And when they say that, what do they tell you? You're living on a plantation. They always bring up the slavery word plantation. And that's what it is. You're living by control of others. They don't want you to freely think, even though it's a God-given right. God has gave us the right to have free will. They cannot stop it, but they can brainwash you to think that you don't have it. That's all it is, honestly. I mean, yeah, I believe I'm being watched by whatever that's out there. Oh, yeah, they keep track of people that are free thinkers, 100%. And, they don't do nothing because it's not anything that they can't tell us what to do, honestly. Yeah. I'm right there with you. They don't say nothing because they're just watching. But it's also being watched from both sides. Yeah, honestly, I feel the same way too. I believe that people were following me, and that's the reason why I lost the jobs that I lost, because it was all... Oh, yeah. No, they don't. They can't touch you. No, they don't. They don't do anything like that. They don't touch you or anything like that. can't use your power on them. I mean, obviously, I don't know where your mindset's at, but it seems like you're. I mean, when we start talking about power, like what is power, or what abilities humans actually have. Yeah. I got a test for you guys. You guys ever pull out your hand? Do you ever try to feel a charge in your hand, like electrical charge? Can any of you guys do that? Do you feel like a pulsating electrical charge, like tingling in your hands and that? That's a sign of control over the body. It's one of the things I learned from being a meditator. I meditate for long, and I learned how to like pulsate my nervous system. Not a lot of people could do it because it's full nervous system control. You can control like, the electrical spark from your brain to your nerves. Number one, you can't be fully thinking that you're Black Adam and shit. I understand that people. You can do a small static charge in your hand, and you can feel it like rotating between your hand. That's like the little boundaries. You can feel the little boundaries of like pulse lane of electric. It's very light because our bodies don't have enough energy to be, unless you train, I guess. Our bodies don't have enough electrical current in it to actually be able to affect things in a very heavy way. But in a little way we can. We're not super beings. We're just beings, okay? Yeah, it's a nervous system pulse. The lights turn off with your hand. You can turn off lights with your hand, is that what you're saying? The electrical pulse of a light is a lot higher than what we are, for the most part. So to be like attached to a wavelength of electrical pulse from a light to yourself, and to be able to fluctuate it enough to be able to turn it off, it would take a lot of focus, because everything has a wavelength. Everything sends out a wavelength of electric. That's why you can feel it around your area, and it's all electrified. And to be able to sit there and be able to tap into something and say to be able to turn it off, it takes some serious focus. Because to be able to turn it off altogether, we either be able to break it or to nullify it. But if the switch is flipped on, you would have to be able to nullify that electric, which means you stop that pulse to enter in the light bulb. Or do you turn the switch off? To be able to nullify an electrical wire would take a serious focus on that point of electrical pulse to be able to block it and to turn off the light. That's the only way you could turn off a light. So pretty much you put your own electrical wall on that wire to turn off the light. That's the only way you could turn off anything. You'd stop the electrical pulse coming in. Well, if you turn off lights, then I guess you can stop people's hearts. That's an electronic pulse. You can nullify the electronic pulse with your vibe or with your nervous system or whatever it is. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe in that. It's just how it needs to happen is very controlled. Like I can feel electronics around me with my hands, but to manipulate it is a very heavy effect. Like I can pump my body up to a certain extent with my nervous system. I'll send a pulse through my brain and through my spine, through my nervous system, and my muscles will react to that. If I have enough glycogen and water in my system, then I can get a little bit of a pump over it, which I've done before plenty of times. Well, our brains are nothing but electronics. So if you can nullify electronics, then yeah. So when you get mad, so you're based upon emotionals. You activate certain things with emotional height. Well, do you know why that it happens then? When you get angry, anger is like the highest form of energy that we have other than love. When you're angry, you literally have heightened your body to the 100% mark of extending yourself to, being like the ratio. Is it life or death? Your adrenaline goes up. Everything goes upwards when you're angry. A hint of power becomes of it. That's why anger is good and bad. So you can focus your anger. You can be strong in a positive, angry way. But if you're just angry, just get angry in a negative way, more or less, you lose control. I mean, I've done specific things before in a way. So I'll tell you a scenario. Well, not a scenario. It actually didn't happen. But we'll do it in scenario form. So there was someone that I was attached to that I loved. And I actually fell in love with this woman. I was working at Taco Bell. Anyway, she was on her way home and there was an ice storm or whatever. And we're not talking anymore because she had a boyfriend then or whatever it was. Harder than. And my vibe was connected with her because of love. Wavelengths connect with love. That's what makes you fall in love, most likely. And she almost got into an accident. Right before, when she was in the accident, occurring to the accident, I texted her because I thought that she was in an accident. And then I called her, and she called me. She answered the phone. That I said, "What's going on? Seems like something happened." I felt that something happened with you, and that. And at that moment, I tried to release as much nervous system electrical energy out that I could to help prevent her from dying because I felt it. My body was connected with her and what was going on. And she said, "You sent the text right when I got into the accident." And she was swerving down the highway and that. And she just missed like a little sign or whatever. And the car stopped. And we talked about it. And that's when I started to realize what is the vibe connection? How powerful can humans be if we can attach ourselves to the world that we know as an ether? Honestly, who knows? Maybe we could fly. Because to be able to project off the floor is to lighten the sense of electrodes in your body to be more negative than positive. So we are walking on negative. We are positive creatures. That's why we attach to the floor. So if we can be able to produce ourselves to project more negativity, more than positivity, we would float. But it makes more sense because that's how it works. Well, that's the whole point of it. Like that's what I'm trying to do with my I meditate and that I try to focus on my body and that and where my electricity's at, my nervous system, and to be able to project upwards and be able to float would take a enormous amount of focus to be able to get your body to feel more negative than positive, and then you be let go from the land because the land's negative. That's why when lightning strikes, it's a positive force shooting downwards towards the negative force. That basically says, well, the negative force goes up and reaches the positive force. So if we're negative, we could be able to go upwards. Of course, it's a condescending thing to think, oh, how much negative do I need to be able to project myself from certain distances? Well, it goes by a percent. However negative you have to be for your weight to be able to project off off the negative floor would take, concentration. Yeah. I don't think I ever went to a hell room. I more or less. I more likely have just felt presence. So it hasn't been a full extinct of going to I felt presence of heaven and hell a little bit in that, but I never fully went there. I mean, but it's changed a lot because I'm getting tired now. I can get some more food. I'll be right back. Don't forget to like the stream. Oh man, my legs are fucking killing me. But yeah, we'll talk about this stuff and that. Well, there's all kinds of things to talk about. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, fuck. Because I can also attract ladies with your mind. Well, attraction's based upon the genetic eye, for at least looks. Because we genetically are prone to like how things look compared to other people. So more or less likely, you're not always going to be projecting in the same way. And attraction could be based upon multiple different scenarios or things. So, like, attraction to looks is looks alone. Attraction to personality is personality. Attraction to emotions is emotions, so that's how it is. Attraction to, like, what you're talking about is whatever you're talking about. So, saying you attract women with your mind, well, what kind of attraction are you going for? Go ahead. Is that what you think? I mean, the stuff that I've been through now, I know what I can do. And I've been doing about. I started focused on it when I was like 16 years old and that. But mine's more of a body thing. Yeah, mine's more of a body projection. I use my mind to buffer my body. It's kind of like magic. I guess we're talking about magic anyway. That's basically what it is in some sense or another. Mine's more body altering than it is. I don't know how you would call it though. Like, you got escapation magic, which is, from the body outwards, and you got body magic, which is inwards. Projecting your power inwards and buffering what you have. So you're saying yours is more of an outwards body, electrical or magic, so to speak. Mine's more inward body. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's outward projection, inward projection. Mine's from indoor or inside projection because I'm more of a body type of person. I am mental, but I'm more body. I like to be more strength and physical strength than that. Sometimes people like to be more mental strength, which is outwards projection. At least that's how you think about wizards and warriors and that. Warriors are internal magic users for the most part. That's why they strengthen their bodies and that. Well, I'm the same thing too. That's how you begin your spiritual awakening. Is to go by that.
What's it?
I mean, it's midnight where I'm at, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it's midnight where I'm at. It's like 11:20. I'm about to go play some Age of Empires now. I got set up and that. We'll fuck around with that. That's the one guy giving me all the likes and that. I don't know who that is. I think that's Lewis. Yeah, it is. Cool. Well, I'm gonna get myself set up and that. Get some Age of Empires going on. Well, Age of Empires is just... I played that game since I was a kid and that. I always liked it because, you know, it just feels really comfortable in that to play. Yeah. Our childhood is how we express ourselves. When people let go of their childhood, that's when they start to falter. Our childhood is where we get everything from. And that's why you start seeing people struggle with life. Because they don't excite themselves as a child anymore. Oh yeah. Exactly the point. That's the whole point of school.
Ibush dubo. Si, ibati.
Pra e rocói.
School is meant to
Pra. Ibati.
school is meant to get you out of that personality checkpoint. That's the reason why they put you through school and say, don't believe anymore. This is reality now. You have to go to work in that. You have to do all this stuff and that. That's what they try to do.
Bonjour, ibati. Ibati. Ibati.
They do that stuff day in, day out, day in, day out. And they don't want you to see what reality is. Oh yeah.
Posaurus. Ibati, ibati.
Buongiorno. Compra. Hero coil.
Yeah, that was Age of Empires 3, I believe. 3 was when you start doing all that stuff in that.
Ra, i vai. Si, immédiatement. Dubo.
Yeah, 3 was okay. The units were stupid.
Buongiorno. I recoil, i recoil.
Sì, hero coil. Hero coil.
Si, i recoil.
Vosotros. Hero coil.
Yeah, one of the games I really enjoyed was Shining Force 1 and 2. Shining Force 2 was actually my childhood game back in the 90s, early 90s and that. I played that a lot. It's Demons and Angel, demon kind of thing. It was really good.
Posaurus. I recoil.
Sì, i push to bo.
Si. Ibati.
Oops.
Ra. Ibati. Buongiorno. Ibati. Si, bouche dubo.
Yeah, that's how Doom is, too. Yeah. I always like playing this type of games. I'm right there with you.
Ra. Posaurus. I bouche dubo.
I love Doom, especially Doom 64. Now I'm a really big Doom person.
Buongiorno. I compreux. Immédiatement. I chasse. I vai. Si. I compreux. I chasse.
Buongiorno. Immédiatement. Il chasse.
Oh, the grunts and that? Yeah, you can hear the grunts and shit, yeah.
Fra, immédiatement. I batti, i batti, i batti, i batti, i batti. Buongiorno, i batti, i batti, i batti. Sì,
Fra, il compreux. Il chasse. Vos ordres. Il chasse.
vos ordres? Sì, i vai, i compreux, immédiatement. I chasse.
Buongiorno. I vai. Il chasse.
Yeah, there's a lot of the same grunt noise like StarCraft has it too. I don't know about that. I like Age of Empires Waited. This is a redone model of it. I like the way it looks and that.
Buongiorno, i compreux. I batti. I batti. Sì. I batti.
Vos ordres. I batti. Sì. Immédiatement. I batti. Fra. I vai. Sì. I batti. Sì. I batti.
Fra. I batti.
Vos ordres. I batti. Buongiorno. Immédiatement. I batti. Sì. Sì. Immédiatement. I batti. Vos ordres. I vai. I chasse.
Vos ordres. Immédiatement. I batti.
Sky Bible, biblical symbolism. Yeah, it's like when you look at it from back then to now, it's like, it's kind of like, wow, you know, people say, oh, they built us so that, honestly, God, our creator, built the pyramids for us. The pyramids were not built from us. That's a fucking lie.
Buongiorno.
No, there's buildings that were built for us to occupy.
Fra. I batti. Sì. I batti.
Fra. I batti.
Buongiorno. I batti. Vos ordres? Buongiorno. In. y compreux. I bâti.
Well, plants don't exist. Plants are all NASA bullshit.
I compreux.
I mean, people talk about plants, they talk about different roams. Yeah, plants were never existent. That was all put into our system.
Vos ordres?
Ra, si, y vai. Y compreux. Immédiatement. Si, immédiatement. I bâti.
Yeah, like the pyramids were built by, I would guess, not the creator itself, but the people that were below the creator. Creator created the planes and created the people that created that stuff. Because there's buildings that are ridiculously fortified and they are made for people to survive in.
Si, y vai. I bâti. Vos ordres? Si. I bâti.
But yeah, the plants don't actually truly exist. They were never plants. They were just images in the sky that people like to believe that were planets and that. It's like, no, well, they weren't necessarily planets.
Bonjour. Immédiatement. Si, y va. Si. Y immédiatement.
Oh,
Si.
you're crazy.
I bâti. I bâti. I bâti. I bâti.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that most people always get it wrong. And I just learned for myself that you can't believe every little thing that people say. Obviously, you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Ra, i bouge va immédiatement. I batti, i batti, i batti, i batti, i batti, i batti.
And that's your best case scenario. Take everything with a grain of salt. Because you might be surprised how much stuff is actually wrong and how much stuff is actually right. A lot of people think that some things are right and some things could be completely wrong.
Os ordres.
But that's how life is.
Batti.
Oh, I don't think God could build the pyramids. You build architects. Architects are the ones that build the pyramids. They're what you call giants. They're the architects of the world. You know, they go into the planes of existence and they build stuff to inhabit, to be inhabited by humans.
Ra, i bouge do i compreux. Si. Immédiatement.
That's basically how I think about it. Yeah, they're called architects. They're there to do the bidding of God and that. Well, that's exactly what it is. So the government itself is trying to hide the reality of the creator. The elites are. And why are they doing that? Because they see that there's a problem with people knowing too much. And knowing is power, so the more that people know, the more powerful they get.
Bonjour. I batti.
Bonjour. I batti.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've been doing it for a while now.
Si. Immédiatement.
Ra, i compreux. I mine.
Ra. Vos ordres compreux. I mine.
Bonjour. I mine.
This is why there's so much issues with the world now, because people don't even know what is going on. Our issues are very bland. It's very, what you call it, destructive. It is. Very destructive. Well, people are confused. Like I was always spiritual. I was fighting between all the stuff and that. I'll tell you what, it's pretty fucking difficult. It's pretty difficult to establish yourself. It's very dangerous too, because people will look at you from a weird perspective. And that's normally what it is. Like, I try to talk to people about certain things that they freak out very easily.
Fra. Sì,
And when they freak out like that, it really
Sì,
puts a tarnish on them in a way.
I batti.
Which it makes them, well, I can't say tarnish, it puts like a weight on them. And having a weight on you is always bad. Here they come.
Sì, sì.
Nice. I got their gold from food.
Ivan.
That is fucking astounding. Oh no, I'm taking my people. Yeah, don't take my people. How dare you?
Vosotros.
Bonjour. Die bouge du bo.
Fra.
How dare you attack my people, bitch?
I batti.
Oh yeah, exactly the point. No, you start to change dramatically when you actually start to notice things out there. And the biggest, most likely biggest change with a lot of people in that is to it's to just see. It's just to see. Have your eyes out there.
Vosotros? Sì. I va
Immediately.
You know, to look, to feel. That's what we should be doing. Now people are into
Bonjour.
wealth, bombardment of like stuff, and then they do all kinds of stupid stuff. And then this is why we probably do have so many issues in that in our world because of that stuff.
Vosotros.
Vosotros? Sì. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Ivan.
And it's the honest truth, we have a lot of issues in our world.
See.
Ibati.
Posaurus, Ibati, sì. Ibati,
Bonjour. Ibati. Si. Ibati.
Ra, Ibati,
And to be able to deal with those issues, we have to be able to
Bonjour, immédiatement.
keep pushing forward. Basically, don't stop. Keep pushing forward.
Ibati,
Establish yourself more. Well, yeah, that's basically what it is.
Ra, Ibati,
Yeah, we gotta just keep on pushing ourselves
Feedback.
forward.
Vos ordres? Si. Compre. Ibati.
Well, most people, like, I'm the same way. I'm more carefree.
bonjour, si, immédiatement. Si, immédiatement. Ivan,
À votre service. Bon.
si, immédiatement. Ivan, immédiatement. Ibati,
Oh, they spawn. Yeah. Meow. Meow.
Ra. Imin.
service. Sì, vai.
I'm eating a mixture of ground beef. I got like thicker shell noodles with corn and cheese, Mexican cheese. I got some hamburger spice with some garlic in it. It's really good, actually. I got bored like a couple days ago and I just mixed some shit together. I'm like, oh, that shit's good. I'm gonna keep on making it.
Immédiatement.
I'm more of a mixer type of guy. I like to mix everything up.
Vos ordres, Imin.
Oh shit, there's another one? Fuck.
Bon.
There's 4 of them over here?
Bon.
I did not even know that. I thought there was only 3. There's 4. Shit.
Sì. Sì, va immédiatement.
Yeah, but I'm never had the same amount of damage. Wait a minute. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, honestly, you create your own life.
Bonjour. Immédiatement.
I made my life this way, honestly. I went through a lot of negative shit, you know. I'm not gonna lie that most people go through it. But like my family, yeah, I guess it's a lot to do with my father. My father was more of a negative person. So it kind of grew on me to be more negative, and then when I start to have more of a spiritual release, I start to see things from a very far perspective.
Votre service. Y vai. Immédiatement. Sì, vai.
And then I start to push past it. I mean, at first when I was younger, I kind of just ignored the arguments and stuff like that. And I just kind of played video games and I kept my mind off of things. I was more entertainment video games. But as I start to get into school and that, then that's when my mind started to change dramatically. Which is sad, but that's just how it is. Well, that's what it is. So, like, when I notice certain things and I, like, if your emotions are not guided good enough, then you start to have these problems. What are the problems are? Well, the problems are that people start to use you, and then your family, obviously, is the one thing that starts to happen that And that's why we start having problems. That's why people start to not know what they're like. When you're a kid, you're pure-hearted. You don't really have a feeling. You have feelings in that, but your feelings are just neutral. Like, you're just starting to figure out things. And that's basically what it is. I mean, I think kids are more pure than adults, and I don't think people can actually get possessed. Like you're saying that you can as a kid.
Osati. Immédiatement.
Like, so can heal it. Shut that
Si.
down. I mean, that's how I think about it. Obviously, I'm not going to be 100% true on that, because obviously you have to, like, see it from a kid's perspective. So if you think about a kid and that, it's like, okay, how would it be? Yeah. So, I mean, like, I thought about a kid, I'd done stupid shit in that, but I didn't do it out of like, evilness. It was out of ignorance. It was out of ignorance, more or less. Evilness.
Si. Ibati.
Because if parents don't teach you how stuff goes, then more or less likely you'll do as you please. And as you become an adult, you do it anyway.
Levi.
And that's when we start to have problems. Because without rules and regulations, we can't do anything. We don't know what is good or not. That's why we have to establish ourselves in a good way. Because we were raised in a bad way. It's like you look at different cultures and that. That's why it's always good to look back in your past to see how you were and to how you are now. You'll see a enormous difference. Like when I was a kid, and that I love fantasy. I always want to be the hero in that kind of thing. Now I had a neighbor that I really liked since I was little, like 11 years old and that. And I always believed that she would be close to me, that we would fall in love and have kids or whatever, not family type stuff. That's how my mindset was. Nowadays, I look at her now.
Si.
She's a dumbass. She's an idiot. She uses her boyfriend. She doesn't work, at least for what I know. And her parents are trying to pretty much raise her again.
Ibati. 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 Ibati.
But you already tried to raise her the first time. How the hell you gotta raise her again? She's literally just sitting there just using you. At least from my perspective, I see it. Well, yeah. That's why I started researching human development stuff, and I started to look at it from those perspectives, and I'm like, okay, how can we do things better? And people always say, you don't know because you don't have kids. And I say, well, that's stupid because evidently you don't know anything because you're a fucking moron to begin with. You're the one that's establishing this sort of front. And you're not seeing it from a different perspective. That's what you need to look at. People from the outside in can research people and learn more than a person inside in. Most people get confused and get, you know, they start to have fucking issues and shit. Oh, yeah. What's here gonna be? Burn, big burn. Exactly. There's always going to be that kind of thing. There's always going to be a psychological warfare. A constant drone of people that are going to go through that their whole entire life and just destroy themselves inside in. Inside out, right side in, whatever that it is.
Immédiatement.
It's the honest truth. You know, I was raised pretty good for the most part in that. It's just the psychological aspect wasn't there all the way. So then I had to build up myself. And it's hard to do it for your own research because you have to go through the shit to be able to do it. Yep. It's all how we think about life and that, you know. Life is always going to be that way. And it's already Halloween. Happy Halloween, my friend.
Buongiorno.
Ra. Si, y compreux. Ibati.
Be dick and start this damn thing up. They're all gonna start attacking now. honest, you're really good for defensive, man. Is that their whole fleet? I believe it is. Okay, we're gonna go down here. Moving one moment. I'm bringing everybody down here. What? Yeah. Well, it's because I started to build the Wonder right down here, and they're getting skeptical. I don't know what they're gonna do though. Fire! 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 Yeah, I hate their cannon guys. The cannon guys fuck me up. Fire! Fire! How the fuck you have that many castles? You do not have that much stone. Fire! 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 So other people. That has so many fucking castles, it's retarded. I'll take that bitch. What are you doing? Destroy those castles. Let's lower down their sense of well. Really look at a lot of ancient wars back then were just from territory and shit. Basically. Yeah. Keep blowing them up. There we go. Yeah, they're pretty much fucked now. Yeah, they can't really do much of anything. I built it! Nice. Batteries. Plugging my cord. I mean, I believe they used... I'm sure they did build a lot of stuff. Man is definitely not stupid. I mean, we've been alive for a long ass time in that, so we learned how to do stuff in that. Honestly, if it was an act of survival, you wouldn't need a lot of humans to build a castle, honestly. I mean, if you had like 100 workers now, you could build a whole town in a matter of months. If you have the will to do it. That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, building big ass cities like that would take years. Yeah, it'd be like decades in the making. Oh, that sure fuck on my neck. Felt that pop. That felt so good. Wow. Oh man, that felt really good. The build of Los Angeles, that took them more than a day, it took them decades.
Tra. I compra. Vosotros
va,
immédiatement.
Buongiorno. Immédiatement. Ibouche Dubo.
Dude, they built so much shit. I built another castle? How the fuck they have that much stone? That must have been buying stone. Shit, that's not good. No, I can. I just don't. I'm just not pushing it, honestly. I'm just fucking around with them. I'm just gathering points. Sometimes they'll, like, surrender. Oh, they're into other ships. Oh, that's funny. Get him! They're on the way. Just keep on attacking. What the fuck are you guys doing? I gotta walk right over here and try to see bone up. Ah, got one. Oh, evil laugh? Yeah, I guess it's pretty evil. Holy fucking shit. Oh, they do that piercing attack shit. I got 18 attack. Man, paladins are fucking ferociously good. There's only one of these guys left. Well, it's just suppressive fire. I'm trying to suppress them. So if they do, you know, keep on building, they're just going to keep on losing points. The more resources they lose from that, gold and stuff, the more they're going to be trampled. Because they don't have any gold. projecting actually. See, now they're trying to fight back. They're gonna keep on building. They don't have anyone too strong, honestly. Most of their shit's pretty weak. These guys are strong. Got like no life though. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do that a lot. They're trying, but they're just not gonna prevail. What I'm gonna do is try to leave guys here. And then leave some guys down here and have them just attack this area to keep these damn docks from repeating themselves. As long as I keep killing people, the resources will dwindle. Once they start to dwindle, like their gold, this is a gold production right here. I could probably steal all that if I really wanted to. Bumble win in 1,000 years, or 100 years, I mean. I mean, there's cheats in that. You can get cheats and stuff. But yeah, playing the game how it's supposed to be played is actually more fun. At least I think so. Oh, it's stretched out. Oh, this is way more knotted up. Ooh. That would be spectacle as fuck, dude. I just hear you hear, you know, the noises going off. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Yep, this is what I normally do. I normally just keep on fire and keep my guys up there. It's the best way of doing it. You keep suppressive fire on them, you destroy all the shit they're trying to build next to the land. They can't do nothing. Yeah, you want them to be scarce. Yeah, a whole more than 10. What the fuck? Look how big you can over this fucking army. I can only hold 10 in each. I got like 50 fucking people coming over. Whatever. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, that. So there's a little bitch ass army after me. Got 57 people. Let's do this! Oh! Lock 'em up! Lock 'em up! Lock 'em up! What are they doing? Where the fuck are they going? Oh, they're trying to go to there because I'm attacking that. Can't say the AI is too bright. Now I'm just trying to get rid of their people. Attack! Bitch. Attack! Attack! Ha! Yes! Victory! Oh, they beat me in social. I beat them everything else though. Nice. Because of my wonder. Ha. Okay, that was pretty fun. Go back to full screen. Get off my tablet. Yeah. Oh, that was enjoyable. Oh, man. I got a Reese's cup in here. Oh, man. Oh. Ooh. What's up, Noah? Noah, this is Glass. Glass, this is Noah. Mr. Glass has been on for quite a while. He just hasn't been like talking. I mean, he's talking now, but I'm talking about before. He's been on the channel for the last couple months. Oh man, we're just chilling. Yeah, Noah's been on for the last year. She was actually fucking one of the first 20 subscribers. You came on almost the same time that Miles came on. I think you're the first 10. Something like that. Had a good stream today. I was playing Resident Evil 8. I got almost like 300 views, which was fucking amazing. I was really astounded by that. There's a lot of people watching.
Jim Butler is the powerhouse.
Shop online or stop by our lot, and soon you'll be singing.
It's quite unbelievable that even after the raging success of Top Gun, Tom Cruise continues to deliver to the fans, and now we have this incredible new thing that is coming on the horizon from Tom Cruise that is going to be an absolute game changer and a historic thing for us all to be able to enjoy. And I can't believe this is actually happening, but this is going to be absolutely epic. So the Top Gun Maverick star and the Bourne Identity director, Doug Liman, reportedly pitched a film idea to Universal Films Entertainment Group that would involve sending Cruise into space. The Universal Pictures chairwoman Donna Langley announced the news last week during an interview with BBC News. Tom Cruise is taking us to space. He's taking the world to space, Langley said. That's the plan. That's the thing that really continues to separate Tom Cruise from everyone else, basically, in Hollywood. That he is someone who really has a pulse on what fans want.
I was playing Age of Empires. It's like a strategy military game.
And delivering movie after movie, role after role.
I'm doing good.
Love to see on screen. Langley said that the project
Just chilling.
has contemplated the
Got work later on today.
blasting off in a rocket up to the space station, hopefully making Cruise the first civilian to do a spacewalk outside of the space station. But Langley emphasized the majority of the film would take place on Earth until Cruise's character, who she described as a down-on-his-luck guy who finds himself in the position of being the only person who can save Earth, takes a heroic journey up to space to save the day. Which sounds interesting. I would definitely go see this movie. Fox News reports Cruise and Lyman have initially pitched the film idea to Langley through a Zoom call during the pandemic. She said Cruise directly reached out to her saying, "Guys, I've got this great project, and here it is." And that really just shows that Cruise does have a lot of weight still in Hollywood, where he can be like, "Okay, this is what I want to do." And everyone's like, "Cruise, here's your money, man. Make it happen." Cruise has a lot of pull in Hollywood, and it's incredible. Variety reports Universal signed on to back the Cruise Space project with a budget in the $200 million range. Holy crap. They are very confident about this project then. Lyman and Cruise have previously worked together on films such as Edge of Tomorrow, which was a great film, and America Made, but this would be the first project where the pair or anyone would film outside of this world. When a producer proposes something crazy to you, like let's try to shoot a movie in outer space, and NASA and SpaceX sign on, and Tom Cruise signs on, you're just a little bit more receptive, which makes a lot of sense. So with all that being said, this is really exciting, and this is honestly one of the very few things that I am currently looking forward to coming from Hollywood. That will be coming on the horizon if it does come together, if all the pieces for this happen. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about Tom Cruise and the fact that he did some questionable things? Aubrey Plaza spills tea on acting.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Looks like I'm dead. Nah, just chilling. Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, no, my neck's kind of fucked up.
When is he gonna get here? Alexa, security cameras off. Who is it?
It's Dave, your handyman slash friend.
Hey, what took you so long?
Please
Sorry,
use the
I'm
back
late.
door.
The back door didn't lock. Well, you can always go back outside. Try it again. Maybe I will. So, did you bring a big hammer?
Yeah? What did you need done?
Well, I got a hole that needs to be filled and a crack that needs some caulk.
Well, I'm the man for the job.
Yeah, you came highly recommended.
Oh yeah? How did you hear about me?
Your number was on the bathroom wall at the bar that I go to.
Oh my gosh! Woo! So hot in here.
I'm sorry. My air conditioning is broken.
That's okay. Do you mind if I work in my underwear?
That's so weird. I was gonna work in my underwear too.
Now, where's this hole that needs to be filled?
It's right here. Damn it! Hang on. Hello?
Hey, baby. It's me, Nancy.
Yeah. Hey, Nancy.
Ew.
Busy.
What are you doing?
I'm fixing stuff around the house, okay?
Oh, good. Hey, don't forget to fill that hole and make sure to put some in that crack.
I know. I'll call you back when I'm done. Ugh.
Who was that?
Oh, that was just my wife, Nancy.
Where's Nancy?
What?
I said, where's Nancy?
I can't hear you. Can you speak up?
Where's Nancy?
She's in Washington.
Oh, so you ready to fill that hole?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my hammer now.
No, I'm gonna grab the hammer.
Don't touch it, it's mine.
You're in my house. I'm gonna grab the hammer.
Hey, I wanna hold the hammer.
No, I'm using it.
Give it to me.
I said no.
You're making me mad, Paul. Give me the hammer now.
No. Now get away from me or I'm calling the cops.
Go ahead.
Fine, I will. You're gonna be in so much trouble. Hello, police. I'm being attacked. My friend David that I don't know is trying to grab my hammer and come in my back door. Say help.
Try to come in my back door. Holy shit. That's funny. I'm watching the United Spot. They're making fun of all the political shit that's going on. It's a lot of funny ass shit for real. And watch a bunch of like psychopath people screaming and yelling about stupid shit. It's funny crap. Basically, I'm watching a bunch of political people being dickheads. It's funny as fuck. Yeah, there's so many bitches on YouTube. There's so much like e-girls and shit. It's retarded. Oh my god, I'm a girl. I think girls lost their edge, and like women themselves have lost their edge so bad and just looks that no guy looks at a woman for brains anymore, because all these girls are just looks. They're all tits and ass. That's all men ever look at girls for. Like, That's all girls seem to care about. I ain't joking. It's pathetic and fucking stupid. It's like, well, I don't have brains, but I got a big butt. Oh my god. Let's wear skimpy outfits and let guys notice. And when guys don't really do it that much. Women do it a ridiculous amount. It's fucking insane. Oh my god. God, you knows I have a booty on me? Like, yeah, bitch, my dick's hard. Of course it knows you have a fat ass on you. You make thousands of videos of your fucking gigantic ass. You got anything else you want to fucking talk about other than how big your ass is? Or how fat your tits are? Oh my god, no! Ah! What the fuck? I'm like, literally can't even talk to a woman without them being like, the first thing you want to look at is how fat my ass and tits are, right? I'm like, no, I want to talk to you. And you're all like, you guys staring at my butt? And it's like, no, I mean, it looks good. Oh my god, it just looks good. Oh my god. There's so many dumb bitches out there. I can go on there and look up YouTube asses. I'm going to do it right now. I was going to type in ass and see how much ass pops up. Whole bunch of asses. They have a music video by a chick's ass. It's called That Bitch Has Ass. And it's a bunch of brown girls biting each other's butts. Literally. Got a girl with a naked ass, girls shaking their asses, guys staring at butthole and shit. Literally. A whole bunch of fucking woman ass. The fuck? I mean, I go like jerk off so much to this shit. It's all the same stuff. I don't know. What? Everything's sort of blend together. I don't even feel like anything. It is. It's all sort of blend together. I'm making all these videos now. There's one girl, Laura Alex. 500,000 views because her ass is fat. And don't get me wrong, her ass is fucking gorgeous, but what the fuck? They're constantly having these fucking girls come on here like, she has 3 fucking YouTube channels. She has one with 1 million fucking subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. What the fuck, dude? It's nothing but her showing off her gigantic fucking ass. And she's making millions of fucking dollars. I know. Yeah, I know. It's fucking stupid. No, it's certain boys. It's certain guys. The only guys that they fucking like are the ones they like throw their ass at. They do it constantly. I mean, it's a perfect natural response. Well, I'm not gonna lie. It's just how it is. Well, it's a natural sexual response. So, like, there's a girl I work in that. She does it every now and again. She'll sit there and, like, if she notices that I'm looking towards there, she'll, like, shuffle and, like bend. She'll, like, bend her back upwards and stick her ass out a little bit. Because she's attracted to me. But I don't do that. Like, for a guy in that, I just walk. I just walk around. I don't sit there and be like, ugh. oh yeah, I tied up my muscle. I don't do that. I just walk. I'm just sitting there walking. I'm having fun there. I think it comes down to younger women in that younger women believe because they watch all these stupid fucking people online. And they have all these retarded people telling them, you know, you get a guy's attention, push your boobs together, put them on a table if they're big enough, bent over, throw your ass in the air, and have guys look at you. And then if a guy that you do like looks at you, then go after it somehow. If a guy doesn't like you, be fucking offended. Like what? Be massively offended. The guy's staring at my butt. Bitch, shut up. Well, that's what it is. So, like, I push back. I'll confront them. I'll confront the girl. Like, okay, let's go in the back. Let's go do something. You know, you're trying to funnel me in, but you're scared of getting closer. It's like you won't, you know. I don't mind, you know, talking to you, you know, in person. Let's talk, you know. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. You know, sometimes it's like, oh no, you know, they'll get scared of it. Sometimes it does work, you know, eventually, you know, as you get closer to them that. That's not the first fucking thing you do. It's not like I'm going to flop on my cock and balls and be like, get hard as a rock and smack you in the ass with it and say, hey, you want this? Guys can't do that. Girls literally fucking can. Girls can literally sit there and like accidentally rub their ass on your dick and be like, oops, sorry, and like never get offended by it. The guy will never get offended by it. He might think it's awkward, but you're going to think about it. That ass was nice. Feels pretty good. But if a guy got a boner, start rubbing on a girl's ass to notify them, they freak the fuck out. They're like, what are you doing rubbing your dick on my ass? It's never equal. It's never equal. I mean, in some sentences, yeah, in a certain extent. Guys have to be a little bit more on the, yeah, the guys have to be a little more on the, like, stand away. Wait for them to do something before you do anything. I can't rub my dick on anything. You know, some of the girls might want it, but they have to be, like, completely, obviously noticeable. You know. But yeah, I'm thinking that most women get away with a lot of stuff in that compared to men. That's normally how it is. Well, I mean, I don't know about that. But the sense of being a whore is a lot higher with a woman than it is with a man. So a man whore is a lot different. It feels different than a woman. So if a woman's a whore, it's more of a bad thing. But if a man's a whore, it's not necessarily a bad thing. To a certain extent. Because it feels different. Because a woman's a whore, I think men assume that person's dirty. But if a man's a whore, more or less likely, it just feels different. Even though the man's dirty, you know, or your dick constantly in everything. That's just how I think about it. But yeah, you just gotta be safe out there. Not saying that's gonna get like it got pretty bad for me in that, because you know some girls will like me in that, and they would, and they would, you know. This girl that I'm talking about at my job, and that it's getting kind of close with that stuff, and that she's starting to project a little bit more of the feelings on it, and that. And it's not a bad thing. Actually, I do enjoy it in that. She's a very beautiful woman in that. But she has a boyfriend, so I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't help me at all. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Oh man, it feels good. Do more of a zoom in. There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, when you look at it from all those perspectives of like how people like approach each other and that, like some women think they have to do all this makeup and that, and honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Like it really doesn't matter. It depends on how your personality is. So like with me, it's more of a body thing. Like I like to be strong, and strength normally leads to women liking most men. Because survivalist standpoint, a strong male normally gets you a really good, gorgeous woman, at least from your standards. Not. Oh, the zoom, yeah. Yeah, no. My legs fucking hurt. My penis in your face. Nah. Penis in your face. Oh, what is that? I'll penis in your face. Dude, some bitches like that shit. They'll be like, oh yeah, slap me. Oh, my eyeball too. Bitches be crazy as fuck. There's some bitches out there that just love it. Woo, they love big old fat cocks in their fucking face. Not the eyeball. Oh my god! What happened to you, Noah? Bro, you're inspired of women. Two nights ago, right? No, I say that because I literally had girls like wanted to blow me off and shit. That's why I say that. You can keep on talking, Noah. I'm just gonna tell him the story about that crystal girl. Yeah. But yeah. It isn't. Oh man, it was a good time. It was at White Castle. It was at White Castle. It was at Taco Bell. I'm tired. Fuck. I don't want to get tired. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed. I don't know. Sucking dick. Yeah. The guy flopped his penis out and hit me right in my mouth. He's like, here you go. Smacks the fucking end of his phone. I mean, it's a guy. Yeah? What do you expect? You're a woman. Gets slapped in the face. She's like, oh my god, it's so big and long. She's like, he's like, it's my first time. It might be a little sloppy. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god. I can't believe it. It's real. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, why not? You're on FaceTime, he's seeing you. He probably thinks you're attractive looking. His dick got hard. He wanted to bust some nuts. He wanted to bust some nuts. His balls were filled up. He wanted to bust a nut. That's all it is. I mean, when a guy gets a hard on for you, evidently he likes you. That's a telltale sign the dude likes you a lot. He wouldn't be getting his fucking rocks hard, his dick all hard and shit, just for funs. Most likely it's because he likes you, he's attracted to you. It's the first sign of a, attraction, honestly, is that, like, oh my god, his dick's so hard. Big old bulging cock. Dear Lord. I felt in the back of my head. It was so big. They busting on the screen or something? Oh my god! That's all those fucking whores on She-Hulk. She-Hulk. That's what they do. Like, oh my god, I'm drunk. How much cock can I shove in my mouth? Got those dirty ass fucking dicks. Got big old boils on them and shit. Fuck, they'll eat that shit up like fucking ground beef. For rizzles. For rizzle my nizzles. That's how it is, man. Like the girl on Taco Bell now, she had a boyfriend that no one knows about her. Man, she tried so hard to get in my pants. It was fucking ridiculous. And right before she quit the job and that, we were sitting down in the office and that. Man, she tried everything possible. Okay, no, I'll see you when I see you. It's going to be a short day tomorrow, so I probably will be on fucking around. Bye. Oh my god, it's so big. But yeah, like the last day me and her trying out on that, she sat on me with her big old fat round ass. She had a nice. She was a short girl that's skinny and that with little boobs. She had a nice butt on her. She had a nice fat butt on her. She tried. She tried super hard to get laid that night. She tried so hard. Like, but we're at work, man. I got sweaty and dirty as fuck, man. I don't like fucking that. I'd rather fuck you with a clean ass, not with work ass. Don't like work ass. But some girls honestly believe that they have to. They're like, man, you gotta take a shower first. Oh my god. I'm hearing it from Heel versus Babyface. The dude does that a lot. He's a funny ass. He does information news stuff and that. Talk about video games and shit, Marvel and DC and crap. He's a right-leaning person. That's what it is. Every time I like watch conservative people talk, it's fucking hilarious how funny they are. They're super fucking hilarious. They're way more funnier than like the liberal outlet people. Liberal outlet people are just fucking race baiters. Because liberals, left-wing people, like far left, do the stupidest shit. They're just fucking dumb. They do the dumbest crap. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. That felt good. Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting tired as fuck. No, for the last almost 9 hours now. Oh, yeah, I always fart on my stream. Sometimes I catch myself when I'm listening to myself, and I'll fart. Shit makes me laugh hella bad. I'll be like, I'll listen to it, but oh my god, that was loud as fuck. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is going on here? There's some dude. That girl I was talking to that had that nice fat butt on her nut. She was telling me about her girlfriends and that. One of her girlfriends was like literally a cocksucker. She'd suck dick like all day long at the bars. She'd get drunk. There'd be like a glory hole, and she just literally just down cock all day long. She's like, the girl that liked me, that she was telling me, she's just like, yeah, she just liked dick. I'm like, really? All day long? Yeah, at the bar night, she'd suck on everything. She'd probably like suck off half the dudes in the place. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I mean, I guess. If that's what you want to do, then do it. But damn, fuck that. Yeah, there's some, that's the same thing kind of how it is with me. Not really a lot in high school and that. A lot of people didn't really talk to me a lot. I wasn't very social in high school. Normally, I was very antisocial. But there's a couple girls that liked me in that. do some exercise before I go to bed. Oh, that felt good. Yeah, I never really care about that shit, honestly. I know how a lot of people are now. People, like, guys would drive. They just do stupid ass shit. They never worry about, like I know some guys, they, like, lift weights because they want girls to get close to them. Like, who cares? Like, it's okay to think like that, but, like the honest truth is, when it comes down to certain things, obviously, you're going to do it, especially if it's for the opposite sex. Because people do that shit a lot. There it goes. Oh, that felt good. Well, it's a strength thing. Like, the more athletic you are, the better of a worker. The more clear-minded you are, because the more discipline you have, the more or less likely you be disciplined at work. Oh, man. That's how I see it anyway. Oh. I don't know about that. I just gotta get routine going down. I did a bunch of legs today. Oh, damn. Made me like a fucking brick. Yeah. I mean, bodybuilders are not naturally, like, for strength. Like, a normal strong guy, they could be able to, like, keep up with their body mass 100% of the time without really slowing down is considered to be strong. Oh, man, that shit kicked my ass. I must have been really fucking tired. Whew. Fuck me, dude. only got 250 views on it. That's fucking crazy. Cool. Well, I mean, what I look at from that, he was eating like demon meat and shit, so he was demonically induced to being powerful. I mean, when you're eating the blood of something that's mythical, obviously you'll gain whatever strength you gain from it. That's how I think about it anyway. With the Doom guy. A lot of people say, well, actually specifically said in the story, like the Doom trilogy of the books, and I actually say Doom Slayer actually ate demon meat. And the more he ate, the more he started to, like, get this sense of strength from them. He's in hell. He's immortal in hell. He has to eat. I mean, demons, I guess, eat too, but, that's what made him fucking go crazy after a while. Because all he did was sit there and run up to imps and rip their fucking faces off, and then he would sit there and eat them and shit. And the Hell Priest found him. Because there was a whole bunch of Doom guys, actually. There was more than just one. The Hell Priests were like humans, but they were like... Yeah. I mean, when you go to a full protein diet with fats, and you got some sugar and protein in that, you immediately are going to build an enormous amount of muscle for everything that you do, So, I mean, that's why it's good to have your protein as high as possible when you eat meals. Like, and I didn't say like protein shakes. Protein shakes dissolve too easily. But like normal like meat, like what I was eating, it was like more meat than noodles. I can't say it really worked out too hard. But my legs went dead. Like when I was doing before I got to play Resident Evil. I was tired as fuck. Yeah, I don't think, the strength of a human has a lot to do with the neurological passages and how you use them. It's like some people have more explosive strength than have normal strength, like actual, like, it's like explosive is energy put into the muscles, or at least at a fast pace, and then the other one is slow energy put into the muscles to carry.
But
and that's what it is with some people. Like, I'm more of an explosive based person. Well, that's what it is. Oh, I got my chest. That felt so good. Well, I mean, Doomslayer, at first, when he was just a normal human, he obviously would be strong. But he wasn't like the Eternal Doom. The Eternal Doom was actually induced with godlike powers, like angel powers, basically. Through a machine. It gave him angelic angel powers. And then he became basically immortal. He was like a guardian angel, immortal human, basically. So imagine if a human could be immortal and live forever. how strong would they be? If they lived 1,000 years or even a couple hundred years. I mean, they'd be so fucking strong, it'd be ridiculous. Their body could not degenerate for hundreds of years. Imagine how powerful and how smart a human being can be. I mean, our prime is normally from like 18 to like maybe like 50. So you have 32 years of being in your prime. Yeah. Imagine if you lived for like 500 years being in your prime. I mean, you'd be so fucking strong in that, like nothing would compare to you. Like a normal thing that a human could do, you could do with your finger, more or less the whole entire arm. Immortality. I had a couple things to talk about immortality in that. It's called what the fuck is it called? It's cellular reconstruction in a way that you force your cells not to split every 7 years. So you basically your cells like to split into new cells, and every time they split, they get slightly weaker throughout your like ages. So like it all starts to happen right around about 25 or so as a person. Your cells start to like get slightly weaker. That's why when people exercise they have to exercise more, and they keep their body in check a little bit. You know, that's why I say, moving around, riding a bike, keep yourself active. It works. That's why I'm getting my Bowflex bike. I hope I get it in the next couple of days, and by Wednesday or so. That would be nice. I don't know when it's coming in. I mean, yeah. You would be. I mean, just simple weightlifting activities will make you grow a lot. Like, this is 20 pounds. People don't think 20 pounds is a lot, but 20 pounds is quite a bit for a normal person. I mean, that's all you go by the weight that you have. So, like, most people are going to max out, say, maybe, if you talk about like bench press, squat, and just the basic exercises, you're going to be able to sit there and say you curl about 150 pounds or like over 100, like say about 100, 120 pounds of curl. That's about average, give or take. That'd be a, curl without actually like, let's say about 100 or so pounds. Bench press, if it depends on your weight, say you're 200, I'd say about 270, maybe 260 reps of 10 at your max. That's a lot of fucking weight. That's 3 sets of 10, so you're like 3 sets of 6s would be more like 280, almost 300 pounds. Your max would be like 320 or something like that. Squats, kind of the same thing, about 400 pound squat max, so it'd be like 300 some pounds, 10s. That's a lot of weight. You're a strong ass person compared to 90% of the population, if not more. Most people are very, very weak. So like my bench press goes up to like, I could do like 215 pounds like 5 or 6 times. So my max bench is probably like 230. 235, give or take, by 230 to 240. And I weigh like 215 to 220. So I'm already over my weight in bench. But I still have a lot of muscle to gain, though. And muscle is all about breaking down and constantly using it, you know. So that felt good. Oh, that was good. Good old chest pump. I mean, obviously, that'd be nearly impossible. A lot of strength comes down with technique. So, like, I'm the strongest guy at work, hands down. Like, the strongest guy there. There's things I can do that most people can't even do at all. And I've been noticing that, like, wherever I go, I'm normally, like, the strongest guy there. When it comes down to, say, upper body strength. Leg strength, can't say as much. My legs are strong, but they're not as strong as I want them to be. Oh, fuck yeah. Woo! What's up, Matt? I mean, I can lift a lot more than most people can, because the average strength is very low compared to what it used to be. And that's honestly the truth. What are you doing, Matt? Big dicks, big dicks, big dicks, big dick. I got a big dick. 55 followers. There you go. Yeah, it's been a little slow. Ain't gonna lie. It's because of all the kids are like there's Thanksgiving break coming up in like 2 weeks, so the subscriptions are gonna go through the roof. Our followers not. Did you get any of your your other crap? Like your 3 people in chat and that stuff like that? Or no? Cause I know you can get to the point where you can get subs and tips and shit. No. Not yet. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm gonna do one more set of that. That actually worked out really good on the inside of my pecs. That was really good, like right here. Feels really good right here. Okay, Glass. I'm happy you got on for as long as you did, man. That helps out a lot. You have a good one, man. I'll see you when I see you. Man, I'm fucking tired. Oh. Getting sleepy as fuck. Oh, fucking was streaming all fucking day for the last, it was like 10 or so hours. Yeah, I did about a 5-hour stream of Resident Evil in the morning. I did about an hour or so stream of Doom. And then this one's almost for 4 hours. Yeah, I'm fucking tired. But yeah, I'm not gonna be. I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. If you want to get some killing floor, Matt, we could do some killing floor. We go get all the new guns they might have or have for the different classes and that. We'll see what happens. But I'm getting off. I'm tired as fuck.